Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's practice, we're going to be working on focusing on grounding down. So noticing the areas of our body that are touching the earth, noticing the sensation in our body when it's touching the earth, and trying to just bring ourselves back to grounding down to the earth, grounding down to our mat. So we'll get started today in a comfortable seated position. So find yourself in a cross-legged seat. You can always prop yourself up on a blanket if you wanted, or you could just sit on the earth. However feels most comfortable to you. We'll just bring our hands palms face down for that grounding sensation, and we'll start to close our eyes. So as you close the eyes, start to deepen the breath. Noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. And really rooting down into the space beneath you. Noticing the weight in the sit bones. Taking a moment right here to just root down through your seat. Noticing the length through the sides of the body, the crown of the head reaching toward the sky. Noticing the legs, the seat. Taking a few more deep breaths here. And slowly bring one hand to the heart center and one hand to the belly. And just for a moment here, notice the subtle rise and fall of the chest and the belly. Gentle movement of the hands out and in. As you're grounding down into your seat. And take a moment here to set your intention for today's practice. Maybe the intention is to just focus on grounding down. Once you've set your intention, slowly bring the hands back down toward the knees, palms face down. Draw the chin toward the chest. Stretching into the back of the neck. Gently roll the chin along the collarbone, rolling right ear to right shoulder. Pausing here, start to stretch the left fingertips out if that feels okay in the neck, creating some length through the side of the neck. Gently bring the left hand back to the knee. Guide the chin back to center, and then roll the chin along the collarbone, rolling left ear to left shoulder this time, stretching into the right side of the neck, and then reach the right fingertips toward the earth. Only going as far as feels comfortable in your neck. Slowly bring the right hand back to the thigh, come back to center, neutral spine, neutral neck. And start to blink open the eyes. We'll inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead, palms press at the top, lengthen through the sides of the body. As you exhale, lower the right hand down by your side, slide the fingertips away, create space through the whole left side body, and then open the heart toward the sky just slightly. Grounding down through the sit bones. Slowly reach the left fingertips further and then lower them down to the earth. Just walk the hands in slightly. Find a gentle twist here. Start to slide the hands back in. Inhale, arms reach all the way overhead. Palms press. Exhale, left hand lowers down this time. Slide the fingertips away. Create space in the right side body this time. Open the heart. Keep the sit bones grounded to the earth. Slowly reaching the fingertips even further and then lower them down to the mat beside you. Slide the hands slightly in. Find a gentle twist. Slowly bring the hands back to the thighs. We'll inhale, bring the shoulders toward the ears. Exhale, soften them all the way back and down. From here, inhale, arms reach on overhead. As you exhale, lower the hands down in front of you. You can start to tent the fingertips or ground down through the palms, whatever feels better for you today. And we'll start to walk the hands forward. Create space in the spine, folding over your seat. You can walk your hands all the way forward if you like, or you can just keep them at a point where you can keep your spine nice and straight. Wherever you are, pausing here, rooting down, taking deep breaths. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And start to slide the hands back in toward the body, and we'll make our way into a tabletop position. So coming onto hands and knees, we'll begin to ground down through the palms and the finger pads, and find your alignment here at first. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. And you can keep the toes tucked or untucked, whatever you prefer. We'll inhale, drop the belly, press the heart forward, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, press the ground away from you. Tuck the chin toward the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, heart presses forward, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin toward the chest. One more time here. Inhale, drop the belly, heart presses forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin toward the chest. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Start to separate the knees as far as you'd like. Bring the big toes to touch. Reach the arms forward, child's pose. You can bring the forearms to the earth to really root into that grounding sensation. Noticing the sensation of your shins touching the earth beneath you. Grounding down into the space. Taking a few deep breaths right here. Really connecting with the space beneath you. Allowing yourself to surrender into this child's pose. Slowly start to slide the hands in toward the body, coming onto the shins. We'll shift the legs straight out in front of us, finding a forward fold. So as you extend, finding a forward fold. So as you extend the legs straight out in front of you, flexing through the feet, finding length and grounding down through the sit bones. We'll inhale, start to reach the arms on overhead, lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale, start to hinge at the hips. Bring your hands down to the earth instead of your feet or your shins. Really grounding down through the palms. You can tent the fingertips if you'd like. But allow the inhalation to lengthen and the exhalation to slowly inch the fingertips forward. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale, gently fold. Slowly slide the hands back in toward the body. And we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. So it doesn't have to be your legs don't have to be super far apart, but bring them as far apart as feels comfortable for you. And if it feels good to stay upright, you can stay just like this, or you can inhale, use the breath, and exhale, start to walk the hands forward. You can always bring your forearms to a block if that feels good, or your forearms to the earth, but stay where it feels like it's just at the edge. You don't want to go too far over your edge. So breathe into this space, flexing through the feet, using the breath as a tool to slowly inch your way forward. Staying upright if needed. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. Slowly starting to walk the hands back in toward the body. You can use your hands to start to inch the feet back in, bringing the knees together to touch. Facing long ways on your mat so you can end up lying down on your back. We'll slowly come all the way down to our backs. And as you come down to your back, start to draw the knees in toward the chest and give yourself a nice big hug here, maybe rocking a little side to side. You can wrap the arms around the shins or grab a hold of each shin with each hand. Maybe draw circles with the knees. And wherever you are, we'll meet with our feet on the earth, knees up toward the sky. So feet about hip distance apart. Bring your hands down by your side just so you can almost touch the backs of your heels. And then we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And you can stay here and use the right hands to just gently press the leg away, or go ahead and interlace the fingers behind that left leg, lifting the left foot off of the mat to a 90-degree angle, and then drawing the thigh toward the chest. You can use the right elbow to gently press the right leg away, breathing into the space, releasing tension in the hips. Pausing here, few deep breaths. Grounding down through the back side of the body, releasing tension in the hips. Slowly begin to lower the left foot down toward the earth. Keep the right leg as it is. And then start to cross the right leg even further over that left thigh. Bring the arms out to cactus alongside you, like goalpost arms, and drop the knees over to the left. Shift your gaze over to the right for a twist. Pausing here. Letting go, releasing tension in the low back. Slowly begin to unwind. Release the right foot down toward the earth. Bring your hands back down by your side. Feet about hip distance apart again. Crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. And then either using the left hand to gently press the leg away or interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Draw the knee toward the chest. Use the elbow to help gently press the left thigh away. And pausing here. Releasing tension in this hip this time. Softening to the areas that you can soften into. Releasing tension in the hips. Breathing deeply. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly begin to lower the right foot down toward the earth. Cross the left leg even further over that right leg, arms out to goalpost arms, and then drop the knees toward the right. You can shift your gaze toward the left if that feels okay in your neck. Otherwise, you can always gaze up toward the ceiling. Maybe you close the eyes here. Releasing tension in the low back. Settling into this twist. Slowly begin to unwind, come back to center. Release the left foot down toward the earth, arms come down by your side. So grounding down through the soles of the feet, fingertips can almost touch the heels. Again, feet hip distance apart. We'll inhale, root down through the feet and the shoulders, start to lift the hips up, sweep the arms all the way overhead, lengthen through the sides of the body.
Exhale as you lower the arms all the way down by your side, lowering the back down to the earth. Inhale, ground down through the feet. Lift the hips, arms reach on overhead. Exhale, lower all the way back down. One more time. Inhale, press down to lift up. Sinking the breath with the movement. Exhale as you lower all the way back down. And as you come down to the earth, heel toe the feet together to touch, drop the knees out toward the side. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can bring your hands to your hips if you'd like. You could bring one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Wherever you are, allow gravity to help assist this hip opener. Softening. You can always place blocks under your knees if this feels like too much in your hips. Slowly start to extend the legs straight out. Mat distance apart. Bring the arms away from your sides, palms facing up to allow the fingertips to relax. And fidget around, get as comfortable as possible. Shavasana. Pausing here. Surrendering into the space beneath you. Releasing tension as we settle in. Take a few more deep grounding breaths right here. Start to notice the rise and fall of the chest. Inviting gentle movements back into the body by wiggling the fingers, the toes, maybe the wrists and the ankles. You can start to reach the arms all the way overhead, drawing the legs together, pointing the toes, giving yourself a nice big stretch. And then gently rock over to one side, bringing the knees in toward the chest, coming into a fetal posture, resting your head on your bicep and bringing one hand to the earth. Allowing yourself to pause. And gently, when you're ready, start to press yourself up into a comfortable, cross-legged, seated position. Bringing your hands to heart center, bowing the chin toward the chest. And take a moment to reflect on the intention that you set at the very beginning of our practice today. I thank you for letting me guide you through your practice today. Namaste.